Sunday is the big day for the Honolulu Marathon and the runners. And there's a good reason they're very particular about their shoes.
Yeah, Guy Hoggy's going to show us how they could help them reach the finish line even faster.
We're at the running room in Kapahulu, and Gaston is one of the shoe experts here. So Gaston, what's the latest and greatest to help the marathon runners get their best performance?
Well, the new thing is super shoes. Super shoes, shoes that have a carbon fiber plate to them.
Okay.
It acts like a springboard. It acts like a diving board that loads and unloads. So one of the better ones out there, the Hoka Cielos that do that. Okay, if you want to get like a really fast time, the marathon world record time was produced in a super shoe. Okay, yeah. But most of us will like a shoe that's like massively cushioned.
Okay, yeah.
But Hoka's massively cushioned, but it's very dampening. It attenuates a lot of shock. A new one on the market is this Brooks Glycerin Max, where it actually returns energy too. It's a much more springy type of cushion. But you know, a lot of local people, we just got wide feet, bruh.
Yeah,
we just got wide feet.
I know.
So you got your New Balance 4E widths. Those are gonna be the new, but also like an old school type of shoe that will help a lot of people feel comfortable or perform the best they can to achieve their marathon goals.
Yeah, now not only will this help you get a better time, it probably will limit the injury factor, right, with these super shoes. Isn't that one of the big things about these?
Yeah, like think of it, this is your equipment for the sport that you're doing. And the sport right now is you're pounding the ground for tens of thousands of steps. This is what's gonna keep your shins, your knees, your hips from absorbing all of that shock. The super shoe, this one in particular, that's the one where it has that carbon fiber plate, that technology that actually loads and unloads. It actually propels you forward as you give the shoe energy. The shoe returns that energy.
And that's a totally 180 from what people used to do years ago when it was the racing flat.
Yep. Like low to the ground, you gotta it's less weight. Your foot, your legs do all that shock attenuation, all that dampening. Now the shoe is doing it for you, and it's actually returning that energy.
Now, at one point, wasn't the shoe so efficient that a shoe was banned because it had too much return, too much bounce?
Yeah, and then that's why there's like limitations on how high the stack height, how high the shoe can be. But right now, this is something that is legal.
Now, should I be worried that it's so high that I could twist my ankle, though? I mean, that might be a concern, right?
The engineers have taken that into consideration. I've noticed that they've gotten higher, yet the base is broader. So, and then again, the areas that need to be firm are firm, but the areas that are soft are really plush and soft.
Now, the other thing is, how do I know that the shoe is run out of its life? Are there certain telltale signs that will tell me, hey, I got to chuck this shoe? Because sometimes it might still look pretty good.
Yeah, that's the thing that's really like misleading, okay? The lifespan of the shoe, the midsole foam, lasts about 500 miles. Yeah. I usually tell people, go by how your knees feel, go by how your shins feel, right? If you're running that same course and you start to feel it, like that's when it's time. For most people, that's 6 months only.
Yeah. And I know the race is coming up pretty soon, and there's one piece of advice that I remember is don't wear new shoes for the race, right?
Yes, hopefully, if you get shoes now, it's for next year's race. It's for the next race. The shoes that you've been wearing, that should be for this year's race.
All right, Gaston, thanks a lot, man.
Thank you.
Good luck to everybody.
All right, thanks, Kai. Hey, make sure to tune in to Hawaii News Now on race day this Sunday for our special edition of Sunrise, 6 a.m. only on K5.